Good evening. This is Mary DeCourcy, Chair of the Auburn Public Library Board of Trustees, and I'm calling our meeting to order at 6:37 on Wednesday, October 6, 2021. This is an open meeting of the Auburn Public Library Board of Trustees. It is being conducted in a hybrid model in order to allow members of the community to join us at Auburn Town Hall or to join us remotely. Consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020, which suspends the requirement of the open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location due to the COVID-19 virus. The agenda that includes the link, the telephone number, and access codes for this meeting was posted on the Auburn Town website on Monday, October 4th, 2021. Permit me to confirm that members of this body and persons anticipated on the agenda are present. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Matt Toth.
Present.
Suzette Dowd.
Present.
Jennifer Shea.
Present.
Erica Breesacker.
Here. Present.
And Mary DeCourcy is here. Town employees participating, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Jean Collins.
Present.
Please note that this meeting is being recorded by Auburn Cable Television. So we will move to the first item on the agenda, which is to welcome Erica L. Breesacker as our newest member of the board. Welcome, Erica. We're excited to have you. Great. The next item on the agenda is we will be reviewing the minutes that I've sent to everyone from September 1st.
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second? Okay, great.
I have a correction or an addition to
Oh,
that.
absolutely, yes.
Item number 5.
Yep,
Board of Trustees did vote to have the library open until 8 p.m.
Okay.
Monday through Thursday.
okay. And that's for, where should we put that in the minutes as number 6?
Number 5.
Okay,
Was that this meeting though, or was that the September 8th meeting?
Would-
I think it was
It was actually the one
September
before
8th,
the
yes.
Board of, no, it was the one before the Board of Selectmen meeting.
Should we the 8th?
No, this looks like a Wednesday.
No, this was
the 13th.
this was held in the planning room. Paula took the minutes, and the last one that you're referring to, Matt, was at the library. So I believe that was
That was the
date-
13th
That was on the
September.
13th.
Okay, well then that's when we voted this.
Yep, correct.
I'll withdraw that.
So thank you so much. So do I have, Jen, I heard you say motion to approve, and
Correct.
Suzette, second? Thank you.
Roll call vote.
Okay, roll call vote, thank you. Can I hear affirmative, or if you approve the minutes as well? Matt Toth?
Yes.
Suzette Dowd?
Yes.
Jennifer Shea, you already
Yes.
did. Erica?
Should I abstain since I wasn't there? I think I should have, otherwise
Okay.
approve them,
Okay.
but I wasn't there.
Yep, I can, absolutely. I can put that in there, that you're present, but you abstain. Very good, thank you. We're going to move to the fourth item on the agenda. So we have trustees' questions, new business or old business. So do we have an update, Suzette, regarding the Friends of Auburn Public Library?
Yes.
The organizer has not yet started go-to-meeting. This call will be disconnected. Please dial in again.
Is Chris Hugo back there? Just dial it.
Just a number, 9-1, and then hit
Just
the
do it? Okay.
pin.
Okay. Sorry, folks. I don't know why it disconnected.
Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign. To enable audio controls, please enter your audio PIN followed by the pound or hash sign. The organizer has not yet started the meeting. You will be placed on hold until an organizer starts go-to-meeting.
Is Rich over there?
You know what to do?
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know why it disconnected. It's running, but the question is, I don't know how to let anyone in.
There's no way to tell that.
Yeah, I've never done it before either, so.
I think they can hear the meeting but can't see it. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to press forward because I'm not exactly sure what to do with that. Unless, let me see.
No, it looks like
No.
it's working.
Okay.
There's several people. I'm only talking to one of them.
Well, thank you for confirming.
No, appreciate it.
Whoever's hiding in the corner that I can't see.
It's Rich over there.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rich. So, sorry, Suzette, I apologize for the interruption. You were going to update us on the Friends of Auburn Public Library.
Gaddis is the president, and she has met with Mike Marino, the IT man from the town, and she has set up a town email. Matt Toth has sent the electronic list of the Friends of the Library to Linda, and other directors are writing a letter informing the people that signed up on the strategic plan that volunteered that the meeting will be October 25th at 6 o'clock.
Great.
And the directors are representative from the library is Jean, director at large is me, Linda Gaddis is the president, Diane Spanos is the clerk, Matt Toth is the treasurer temporarily because it was Paula Milliken.
Okay.
And Nan has said she will do something as a director, but it's going to either be vice president or
Treasurer. You talked to, I believe, Linda after me, and she said that treasurer up to the point when I talked to her this afternoon. So either way, Nan's going to be involved. We're excited about that.
And we talked about the Auburn Cultural Council. We are going to write 3 grants because presently we have no books to sell for a book sale because all the weeded books
Okay.
aren't around.
Okay.
About the books that people donated before
We
COVID.
still have those books?
I can speak to that. Those we couldn't keep them that long. They'd get musty in the garage and we didn't have any space. At any given day, when we say we'll accept donations again, they're going to start pouring in. So to the point where you're probably going to have to restrict. We're trying to get the garage ready so you'll have a place to put them. People ask every day, and of course we can't do anything with them yet. So I wouldn't worry too much about that you're not going to have any to sell.
Okay.
But
Great
we
news.
couldn't keep any of those. They get gritty and dust, they were in there for too long and we couldn't. No library was still collecting donations, just couldn't. But I wouldn't think it would be a problem for very long.
Okay.
Linda has set up a meeting with Jean
Yep.
tomorrow.
For tomorrow. Yep. Which is great. Very good. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Very good. Thank you so much for sharing. I did reach out to Becky Plimpton again because I wanted to be able to give people a chance to come and visit. I'm just going to orient you, Erica, because you weren't here before. Sturbridge Library, I believe it's called the Joshua Hyde Library. They're doing this it's not a promotion. They told me it's not a campaign. It's not a promotion. It's an inclusive effort. So it's called You Belong Here. So the library director, along with the Board of Trustees chairperson, have invited us, as well as the Cultural Council, out to do a visit where they can do a presentation for us. So they gave me a bunch of dates. The day that I can do is before 4 o'clock on Thursday, October 21st. So we didn't firm up, Becky and I didn't firm up a time yet, but I wanted to kind of just say that, I wanted to inform everyone, and then if she gives me a time, I'm just going to share it with both boards, because I think it would be wonderful moving forward if we could regionalize, like if we for grants or whatever activities, it would be great to be, to have more outreach beyond the borders of Auburn. So that, again, October 21st, there's no time frame. She said that would be great. So does anybody have any questions about that? No? Okay.
Go if it was before 1:30.
I can make that happen. Do you want to do that? Okay, I can make that happen. Yeah, well,
Barely have to.
yeah, absolutely. I'll reach out to her and I'll talk to her on the phone. Today, we just emailed. So the next item, number 5 on the list, is the director's
We
report.
haven't, we've got
B.
4B.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Matt, I apologize. So the next item on the agenda is a letter from Matt to the Board of Selectmen. Matt, my apologies.
I wrote a letter to the Board of Selectmen after that meeting, and I did not share that with anyone until after I had sent it to Tristan Berry. And what I did is I sent all of you that so that you had that information with the old information on that we had before, the letter to Julie and our proposed warrant article, just as a way to try to have them understand how really disappointing and discouraging it was. I would ask that we can attach the material to the minutes from this meeting.
So can I have a motion? Can I have a second? So Suzette, do I have a second?
Erica.
Okay, Erica, okay.
The motion for,
To attach the, is that okay?
yeah,
Okay, very good. So Suzette, and then Erica, and then just I want to do a quick roll call on that. Matt Toth,
yes.
Suzette is, Jennifer,
Yes.
Erica's already said yes, and Mary DeCourcy's yes, unanimous. Thank you. Did you want to share anything else about that, Matt, or did you want? Okay.
But you did number C already. I did want to add D.
Okay,
I'd like to nominate Mary DeCourcy to be the Board of Trustee member of the Friends Group.
so the title of that is Board of Trustee Member?
Yes, it's a non-voting member.
Okay,
Director.
Yes, it is. It's a non-voting director.
a non-voting director, got it. I'm just taking notes for myself.
My presence on that right now is not as a board member. It's just somebody who's trying to help out with the Treasury since Paula has resigned.
Okay, so you nominate, can I have, so that's a motion to nominate? So, okay, so that's Suzette. Matt, you've already voted. Jennifer Shea?
Yes.
Erica? Mary DeCourcy, I support and I accept the nomination. I seconded, yes. And I accept the nomination. Thank you, and thank you, Matt.
I have one other part that goes under the business of trustee question.
Sure.
At the last meeting, I asked how many positions are vacant at the library. I did not get an answer to that question. At the September 13th Board of Selectmen meeting, when the town manager began talking about issues of operational concern to her about the Board of Trustees, one of the things she mentioned was that we were asking for night hours. And that she made some statement that part of the reason for not having that is being understaffed. And what she told them was that there were 4 positions that are vacant and 1 leave of absence. And that how difficult it is to find anybody to work at the library. And so I began to think, well, where is this advertised? Which I also asked at the last meeting. So I went on the Auburn site, the library site, the MBLC, and I don't see the vacancies listed anywhere.
Okay.
And I would like to ask through the chair if she could check with the library director to find out where it is that they advertise positions.
Okay, very good. Is that something you want to respond to now, or would you like me to address it with you later?
Well, I don't, what exactly is the question is where we post positions, and that is on the MBLC.
It
Just
was
because
on
we have
the MBLC?
positions, we have recently filled a part-time
The
position.
organizer has not yet started go-to meetings. This call will be disconnected.
Sorry,
Please
guys.
dial in again.
I'll get the directions tomorrow from the town clerk.
I didn't understand what you said, Jean.
I believe the question is where do we post library positions? That is on the MBLC site. We recently filled a part-time position. There are still other positions open, and I'm not currently recruiting for them.
We're not recruiting?
I'm not going to talk any more about that. It's not on the agenda. I'm not sure exactly where this is going.
I asked it last time, and I thought, I'm not asking any operational questions. I'm just asking, as any resident of town, if there's a job available, where would I find it?
Yes.
And you're telling me that I would find it if it's posted on MBLC? It's not posted in the Auburn site or the library site?
We've never posted on the library site, sometimes on the town site. But right now, there is no posted position. That's in discussion with the town manager and myself, what we're doing next.
And just to clarify, no one was asking about what was the next step. It was just how they are advertised to where they would find them.
Which is not an operational question.
And I answered the question.
Okay, very good, thank you. Did you have any other questions, Matt?
Now, is that accurate, what the town manager said then? The reason for not opening it until 8 o'clock is because of short staffing?
There are a variety of reasons why we're not open until 8 o'clock. I believe that she mentioned at that meeting, when we did a data assessment, there were 0.06 people in the library between 7 and 8. And so operationally, it doesn't make any sense at this point, and it will be reassessed in December between the town manager and myself.
I wonder if the Board of Trustees might want to do a survey on that, because that's one of the things we can do.
Yeah, we can do that.
We might want to think about the interest.
Can we put, well, do you want, is it okay to wait until the November 3rd meeting, or would you, okay. Because what we'll do is we'll put that on the agenda.
Okay.
So we'll create it, and we will have it approved and voted on.
Okay,
Okay? Very good.
thank you.
No, thank you. And I apologize that I missed you on the, it's right in front of me and I missed it. Anything else from any members of the board before I turn it over to Jean to talk about the director's report and the bill schedule? Any questions? Nope. Okay, so we'll go to number 5 on the agenda. Jean, would you be kind enough?
Yes. First on my director's report was, as you can see, a welcome to Erica. So welcome, Erica. And she and I touched base, I guess, a couple of weeks ago now, it seems so.
Excuse me, Jean, just a second. Is there any way, Rick, that this can be, I can't really hear Jean at
Do you
all.
want me to?
Is it possible to increase the volume?
Rich? Okay.
Okay.
Good. Thank you. Thanks, Rich. Yeah, you could do that if you're not
I'm
too
not
close to
taking
anyone.
So welcome, Erica. I had sent Erica the strategic plan, and we talked about, at some point, we can probably get together and I can give you a tour, and we can sit down and discuss some other things. So a couple of updates on the facility. The mask mandate did go into effect on September 29th. That's ages 2 and up. That was affirmed by the Board of Health. I attended that meeting, and I was very happy to see that they did approve that mandate. I think it's very important, and especially because we have so many children in the library. We do have masks. I ordered quite a number of them, anticipating people will have forgotten to bring masks or whatever. We have really, really very strong compliance, but we are giving a lot of them away complimentary, which was the intention, and those were paid for from the CARES Act, so we're all set with those. Just annual water inspection, water department inspection. DPW is taking care of that. There's some sort of a valve leak in the sink in the boiler room. The garage extension I might even be finished. I have to check today, so I got a couple of pictures here. What it is kind of just like a big shelf, so we can store some things in, pardon me?
Big bookcases?
No, this is just a big extension of, where we can store some things, so there'll be a little bit more room so that you can collect books and work on them there for the book sale. So it's going to take us a while to sort everything out and get it up there, and there's still a lot to do. But anyways, that worked out much more quickly than I anticipated. DPW is very good to us. They had the rainy day, and they fit us in, because usually they have a long list of things to do. So I'm very appreciative that they did that. And we did pay for their funds out of the library appropriations. So the grants, we were awarded the STEM grant just as of today, I don't think we're going to move forward with it because they only want to do it virtually, and people just don't want virtual programs right now. And so, no. And so I said, let's just hold off until spring. So the grant's there, ready. When they can come in the building again. I was willing to do that, but their instructors weren't, so we'll see how that goes in the spring. Hopefully by then we'll be able to get back into the building with them. I attached the state financial report, and I'm currently writing the grants for the Cultural Council, which are due next week. Collaborations and partnerships. The post office had another job fair. This was their third one. And they always seem to be successful. The first one was the most successful, but the others are as well. So they stay in the parking lot and they use the history room so that the people can come in and fill out, turn in their resumes and fill out applications and so forth. Suzette mentioned I'm meeting with Linda Davis tomorrow. I'm also meeting with someone from the Auburn Historical Society who reached out to see if we can discuss an initiative between the library and the Historical Society and perhaps the schools. As a reminder, which I reported a while ago, the Auburn Chamber of Commerce will be displaying their scarecrows along the road this time, and we'll put something up on the digital sign as well. Program initiatives, the APL Auburn Mall Story Walk Initiative, going well. We anticipate kickoff by October 25th. So we did purchase all of the stands, and we've got the books. They're putting their social media people on it. So they're going to put the calendar up. It's at the Sears end, so there's some seating for adults, and then the stands are just, you put a page on each stand for the books, and so kids can literally go along to each stand and read the story. We did have a little trouble finding adjustable stands because the others were too high, so we had a little bit of a wait there until we found some, but we did. Auburn Public Library Hanover Theater, so the Nutcracker, Clara, will be coming in costume. She'll be reading a story and then doing a dance, and then children will be able to also participate. So that's on, I believe, November 20th on a Saturday. The other online book club, we were scheduled to kick off in October. I suspended that as of today. I'm not real comfortable. I think it's too cumbersome for people to log in. So we're working on that. They're working to streamline it, and then we'll take a look at it again. I think it's a good program, and I'm interested in doing it, but I wasn't happy with the process for people to register. Under technology, QR codes, we are putting those up around the library in various places. There will also be one at the story walk at the mall. So when they finish the story walk, they don't have to register to do that. Anybody can do it. But at the end, if they want to register with the QR code, or they could call the library too, and they can pick up a literacy pack that aligns with the story that was there. And we're going to change the stories out about every 3 weeks. So.
I tried that from the news from the Auburn Public Library section on those books, and it worked perfectly in getting some information about all the different books on that. Is there, I don't know whether that's you or someone else that is knowledgeable about QR codes that maybe we'd be able to talk to whoever's doing that in doing our survey.
Mm-hmm. So we can do it on Google.
Really?
Yeah, you can make up whatever
Very
you
easy
want.
to do. It's free. You can log into a QR generator, and you really can just put the URL in there, and it just does it for you.
The only downside is it makes the QR code something usually tied to the generator you used. So like the image or something might have figure you can't change, but it doesn't really matter.
But it doesn't
in the scheme
matter?
of it. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Who cares if there's a little dinosaur? Like, it's just what was chosen that day.
All right, thank you.
Sorry. I lost my train of thought. Just give me a minute.
We're on technology.
Yep, printers, just a little something in there about printers. It's going to be an expense. We do have money in capital funds to purchase the new printers. And there was a big update, and everything's tightened up, and it wouldn't connect. Most of them don't connect wirelessly. So we would have had to replace the printers in a couple of years anyway. So it's not an emergency. We don't have to do it now, but it's definitely on the agenda. We continue to read the materials and replace them as quickly as we can and as efficiently as we can. It is a very time-consuming process, but we're making a lot of progress. Supply chain management is, of course, becoming an issue. It is everywhere, and we're certainly no exception. So that includes literally everything that we use, and certainly books. Books are going up at least 6% within the next month, and I anticipate that to go even higher. So we're doing as much ordering as we can now, and thankfully we've got the extra storage, which pretty soon it's going to be filled. But that's really what we need to do. I'm really even anticipating we're not going to be able to get a lot of them, which would impact our financial aid. We have to spend $90,000 on books, and if we can't get them, then we won't be in compliance with state aid. I don't want to buy books just for the sake of buying books. So I kind of got behind that a while ago, so we're doing pretty well catching up, which means we'll have a lot in storage, and hopefully it'll be all right. But it will be definitely expensive. All our program materials, everything is expensive, and we're having trouble already getting some things. And some of our vendors can't get the books that we want, so we have to look for other ways. The Cookbook Corner, I think there's a picture in the newsletter about the Cookbook Corner, so you can see it there. That was the gardening center, and now it's the cookbooks. And we have a children's Halloween display in the children's room, which turns over very often. A lot of those are going out, so we're happy to see that. We had the Tai Chi 3-week series. We've had 2 of them. Those were on a Saturday morning. They were, it was a nice crowd, really just about right for the amount of space we have in there, because you need room to spread out. I participated. I enjoyed it very much, and so did everybody there. We have 1 more week. I've been discussing perhaps a virtual one with them, where we can set it up a couple of different ways, because it is hard for people to find time to do those things, and we can't set up classes all the time. We more do programs, but I'm always looking at new options. We certainly have to do that. Libraries aren't going to look the same, when we're fully returned. You have to look at other things. So hopefully that will work out. I'm having conversations with him about that. Upcoming, playing the ukuleles. Our toddler program is filled every week. We've been having it outside, which means I really only promoted a day or 2 ahead of time because it's kind of weather dependent. But it's been great outside. We've got the sound system out there and the stage. We bring out, it's a lot of work. We bring out all the chairs and the ground coverings, but the kids are out there. We took a spider walk today, so they get fresh air. So the parents like that too. Once it gets colder, obviously we can't have it outside. So I'm just going to have to wait and see. We're going to offer it still once a week and limit the numbers, and offer it twice. I'm not sure. Bemis Winter Snowman Decoration, that will be later on. It's a snowman theme. I'm also discussing Kung Fu program for children. And that's pretty much what I have on here. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
The need for meeting the $90,000, where do we actually stand now?
We're about halfway. It's not all books, it's circulating materials. So that also includes ebooks. It includes 9% of technology that patrons actually touch. So there's it's not strictly books.
Okay.
But, yeah.
I'm just curious where we stood in the goal reaching.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time on invoicing and purchase orders, so we're probably about halfway there right now.
Any other questions from the board?
Questions?
So our next scheduled meeting will be November 3rd at 6:30.
Still have a bill schedule.
Oh, I'm so
and the
sorry.
other documents.
You said I'm so sorry. I'm thinking about taking my little friend for shoes. My apologies.
Does anybody have a question about the bill schedule?
Bill schedule, the only thing on those programs from Bemis Farms, how many people usually participate in that? Is there a limit?
There is a limit. Usually I have back-to-back programs. They literally are filled in 20 minutes very often. So they're definitely
How many people
filled.
in each program?
It depends on how big of a craft they're making and how now they can't be too close together. So generally it's about 40 between the 2 sessions.
between the two sessions, and does the 500 cop take care of both sessions?
That, it depends on which one you're looking at. I believe so,
Sorry,
yes.
the very last page
Yep.
of the bill schedule.
That was, it might have been,
831.
yeah. Yeah, and that varies depending on the price of the materials that they bring. So that was 2 sessions. Yep.
So usually it's 20 people or 500. I thought there were 2 sessions, and,
Yeah.
and that's 500,
500.
sessions for
Right.
40, okay.
Because we do them back to back, we get a little bit of a price. She's not coming twice.
Okay.
And we do a lot of the setup and we hurry up in between and set up all the tables again. So we kind of work with them and then, so she, she works with us with the price.
I'm just trying to see what that costs a person.
It's in line with what it costs to go there to do something.
It's actually, I usually send her something and I request a certain program, a certain craft, and I will tell her I have this much to spend and I want this many people to be able to attend. So we work together and she'll sometimes do a smaller pot or a little bit smaller of a decoration, a craft, and so that cuts down the price a little bit. So she's very, very easy to work with and, works pretty well between the two of us.
I've done it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Were you completed?
I usually just wait for questions about the
Okay,
bill schedule. I
okay.
don't go through the whole bill.
I didn't want to interrupt anyone again because I made that mistake a minute ago. Does anybody have any further questions about the bill schedule? Okay, very good. So we have, our next scheduled meeting will be November 3rd at 6:30. I'm going to reach out to the town clerk right away. Oh, did we miss? Did you have a question?
Letta?
He's looking for an update from Jean on the reports in the newsletter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I attach that as a courtesy because unless it's disseminated from the town manager's office, I just giving you a heads up. But if you have a particular question, I can answer it, but wasn't part of my report, but I'm happy to. Okay.
So you had no questions about the financial report?
Well, yeah, the heirs, yeah. Do we just make the Mars requirement? I'm just trying to see where that.
So what we do is we have to meet the TAMI, which is the total appropriated municipal income. And yes, I knew how much we needed, so did the CFO and so did Julie, and so we did meet that. We weren't over by very much, and some years we are, but this year we weren't, but we're 100% in compliance with it. So we're all set. Yeah, we're all set.
Paid from library, that was 54,000 that was spent last year in getting new books. Is that right?
And the print, yeah, that would be just books in print. There's also CDs and DVDs and ebooks, magazines, lots of other things as well, but that's what that was.
I thought we were doing Wi-Fi sort of in the parking lot, and then I noticed on that one page that it said that we provided it, and then the next question is to increase access, but the fact is we provided it.
We were one of the first ones to actually offer it, so we can't increase because we've already been at full capacity, the full extension with it, so there's no way to increase it. We're already doing it.
But people actually use that?
Yes,
I would guess that they did,
we
but
do. Yep.
And did we ever see the end of last year's budget, the final readout after June 30th? I know it's not available for a couple months.
The FY21 or
Yeah,
FY22?
21. No, 20. Yeah, 20.
It would be 20.
21
July
is
1
what I
started
mean,
in the-
FY
yeah,
21.
21.
I can send it to you.
Good,
Okay.
because I didn't remember seeing it, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. Okay. Thank you.
Anything?
Motion that we adjourn?
Okay, do I have a second?
Wait, we confirmed our meeting for the next time, since we started that twice now? Are we in fact meeting in November?
It's November 3rd, Wednesday, November 3rd at 6:30. And I did request the board, planning room or this room in advance, and I was told by the clerk's office that we had to do it month by month. So as soon as I can find out, I will send out an agenda. If I can get the room this week, I'll send you the agenda this week. And I also neglected to send the minutes from the last meeting, which was the 13th. I'll send those out to be approved at our next meeting with that item, Matt, that you referred to earlier. So I have, any other questions before we vote to adjourn?
I second.
Excellent. So we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.